We're going to look at some hip work, all right? We're going to be strengthening the hips and we're going to be releasing the hips as well. Okay, so this is part of our core and it needs to be quite strong, certainly for yoga, certainly for any activities you do. Come onto your mat as you are, into a seated position. It's quite warm, so if you want to take your comfortable clothes off now, please do so. Equally, you can take your socks off. You don't have to do it yet, but I will give you a point of when to do that. Okay. So, in your easy pose, drag the fleshy parts backwards. And the simple reason is because we want to feel the sitting bones on the arm. And it allows you to bring your hips forward too. Relax the knees down. Bring one ankle in front of the other. Hands onto the hips. Sorry, I've got a couple of seconds. What we do now is take a nice big deep breath in and lengthen up the spine. Imagine someone's pulling you up. Bring the core in. And then as we exhale, we're going to bring the shoulder blades back, squeeze them together, and then put them in your back pocket. And this is in the integrity of the posture. I'd like you to now close your eyes or focus on the point in front. And what we're going to do is connect with our breath. Connect with the breath. And just feel the rib cage moving up and or expanding and opening the ears. So, just a bit more connected. And then I'd like you to notice your belly coming in and out of the breath. Just brings you a bit higher and allows you a bit more space. I'm just going to come around and just have a look at your posture. Perfect. And I'd like you to breathe out anything that's unnecessary, unwanted. Release if there are any dramas of the day, use your breath to just breathe out. And maybe something you just want to let go. And this is the perfect time to do it. We breathe in through our nose, out through our mouth, or out through your nose. It's your preference. And now I'd like you to set an intention for this session, whether it's something you want to try, an exercise, you just want to have a little bit of physical exercise, whether it's an emotional release. Just be present for the next hour, do something. Just feel your presence in this room and the energy of others. Feel yourself using all your senses. And just open up your eyes. What we're going to do is inhale using the breath, bringing the arms up, bringing your palms together. And as we exhale, we're going to bring the hands to heart center, but bring it via the third eye, which is just in between the eyes, drawing the line down, connecting the mind and the heart. Looking down as we get that stretch in the back of the neck. And then inhale, let's go up again. On the next inhale. And then exhale down. Keep with your breath, looking down. Inhale, let's go again. Inhale up. And then come back. And what we're going to do is leave the hands onto the knees. Inhale, raise up with your head. And as we exhale, we're going to take the right ear to the right shoulder. And then we're going to inhale, rise up. And then go to the other side. We're going to do this continuously as we use the breath. 3 times on each side. So using this to warm up and connect to the breath. Last one on the other side. And then roll the neck down, chin towards the chest, up. And then we're going to come back out the other way as well. And come up. Alright. We're going to inhale, bring the arms shoulder height. We're going to bring the hand down and the other arm overhead towards your right. Leaving the sit bones on the earth, keeping the shoulders up. Inhale, rise, exhale down the other side. So we're moving through to the spinal planes, so we're going laterally, flexing the spine right now, just to warm the side body out, feeling the stretch. Continue using the breath. Inhale, exhale. And then we're going to come up and twist around to the left, to the right even. Inhale up, forward. I get my lefts and rights mixed up, so I'm opposite to everyone else. And then, so we're going to do 3 times on each side. So this is using our rotation in the spine. Warming up nicely. One more on the other side. Alright. And we're going to warm up the hips now. So you might want to remove the block, or you might want to stay sat on it. Bring your legs out in front, take your feet more than hip width apart. You might want to take your hands behind. Inhale, rise up. As we exhale, bring the knees down towards the ground. Try and keep the sitting bones. You might feel this in the LT bone. That's quite alright. Inhale up. And we're just going to dynamically do this now. So inhale. So imagine you're kind of doing a windscreen wiper exercise here. And this is a good indication of how tight your hips might be, right? Okay. And just do this a couple of times. And I'm going to do a bit of strengthening on the hips. So bring your knees upwards. Take the right foot behind. So you want a nice 90-degree angle. Bring the left foot in front. Nice 90-degree angle, flexing the feet as well. Okay? And all we're going to do is put our hands on the front. And we're going to lift up the rear foot. You might feel that in your hips. But this is strengthening those little muscles, the glute medius and minimus. So I just want you to lift it up, hold, down, lift it up, hold. And if you are suffering with hips, this is, or you need to strengthen those muscles in the hips, this is great, certainly for runners. Down, let's do another couple. Down, and one more. And we're just going to hold it for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Getting a little bit crampy there, that's alright. Just bring your feet in and just once again, each side, do a little bit of windscreen wiping. Alright. And this time, Opposite legs, so left leg back, right leg forward. Alright. I'd usually do the strengthening at the end, but I think this was quite apt to do it now. Okay, so we're going to raise up and down. And you might feel a bit different in each hip. That's quite alright, because it's just indication of strength and flexibility. Down, inhale, up, down, and last one, and hold it. Tasty. Alright. And we're going to release there, bring your feet up. So if you ever want to do that at home, it's good to do 5, hold, rest for a minute, do another 5, and do about 3 to 5 sets of those. So yeah, if you just kind of, there we go. Okay, next move. Let's move through flexion and extension of the spine, so come onto your hands and knees. Make sure the shoulders are over the wrists, hips are over the knees, so everything's stacked. Your shoulders aren't protracted or retracted, they're nice and even. Spread the fingers, and then we're going to inhale, bring the belly down, looking upwards. Bring the shoulder blades together. This is our cow pose. In, exhale. As we exhale, we're going to bring the shoulders apart, the spine up to the ceiling, and then inhale again to cow pose. This is the extension of the spine. Exhale to cow pose. This is the flexion. Inhale. Moving through with the breath, and exhale. Okay. And what I would like you to do is tuck your feet, tuck your toes under. We're going to bring the knees off the mat. Take your hands a couple of inches in front of you. Bring your knees off the mat. This is where you might need to take your socks off if you've got them on. And we're just going to push the hips nice and high. You should be bringing your downward dog. Okay? And what I'd like you to do is bend into the knees, bringing your bum down towards the heels. And all we're doing is warming up the hips and the legs. Bring in the downward dog. We're going to bring the heels down towards the ground. We're then going to bring the shoulder blades back and down. We're going to drop the head down. So you're looking up at your spine and then forward. Okay, if you can, bring the heels down. And if you've got this and you're happy, you can bend it into the knees, or you can cycle the knees by bending one way or the other. Okay. Alright. Okay. For those who normally do this, we're going to do something slightly different. So, you're in your downward dog. I'd like you to walk forward towards your hands, but bending the knees if you need to. Make sure your feet are more than hip width apart. And what we're going to do is come into a squatting position. Now you might need to sit on the block, that's up to you, or you could just sit in this squatting position like so. Alright? And all we're going to do is push the elbows. What we aim to do is get the armpits right into the elbows. That's right. Alright? Yeah, you may come up onto your toes, whatever is good for you right now. If you can come down, that's fantastic. And all we're going to do is play about here and just get ourselves feeling the hips. Okay? And we're going to place our hands down, straighten up the legs. We're then going to come up vertebrae by vertebrae, all the way up, reach up. And then we're going to come down into a squat. And then we're going to come back up again, so plant the feet down, arms out wide, showing the chest, the heart, coming down, inhale up, exhale down, warming up those hips, inhale up, and exhale down. Let's go for 2 more. Inhale up, exhale Inhale, up, last one. And exhale down. As we come up, vertebrae by vertebrae, nice and easy, nice and slow. Bring the feet in together. Okay, we're going to go into the sun salutation, which is quite a little bit more fast-paced. I'll go slow for the first one so everyone knows what they're doing. Take on a bit of water if you need to right now. If not, just breathe and stay grounded. Joe, who knew doing that will make sure that your t-shirt don't ride up? I was for ages wearing t-shirts when it was riding up, and then I saw someone did this and I went, ah. So there we go. Little blocks, make sure that they are at the front of your mat. And so, come into your Tadasana. This is our mountain pose. Feet hip width apart, or you can bring them in together. This is less stability, a little bit more stability. So you come into your Tadasana, tuck the tailbone in, bring the shoulder blades back and down, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Palms face out to feel the energy. Ground yourself by imagining roots coming up over your feet, just rooting your body down into the earth. Breathe in, becoming grounded. On the next inhale, we're going to take the arms up to the sky. We're going to hinge at the hips, bring the belly in, hinge at the hips, pushing the bum backwards into what's called our forward fold. So you can place a bend in the knees if you need to, if not, straighten them up. Inhale, up to a half forward fold. So we raise the torso so it's parallel to the earth. Nice flat back, bring your shoulders down. Exhale, as we do, put the hands down, step back into our plank. Engage the core, engage the stomach, make sure your shoulders are neutral. Inhale, lengthen. As we exhale, we take the knees down, rock forward, elbows go back, stay in the side body, so they go backwards. Bring your chest and your chin down, and then release the hips, draw the arms forward, raise the torso into our Sphinx pose. Engage the core, press the hips down into the earth. As we exhale, shoulders under the, hands under the shoulders, come up onto your knees. Push your hips nice and high into our downward dog. Once again, just use the knees to bend one at a time, and just feel the downward dog. The hips nice and high. Heels push down into the earth. And we're going to start to look forward towards our hands, either with bent knees, straight knees, whatever's best, into a half forward fold. Shoulders back. Bring your hands up your shins. Exhale, full forward fold. So exhale, you just bring your head down, looking in between your legs. And then we're going to come up vertebrae by vertebrae. Bring your torso upwards. Hands above, in extended mountain pose. Then we're going to exhale, hands to heart center. That's your basic sun salutation, right? So we're going to add a few more bits in just to warm the hips up. Okay, a little bit fast this time. On the next inhale, raise up. And then forward folding, hinging at the hips, nice one down. Inhale, rise to a half fold. Don't worry if you're not sure what to do. Put your hands down, step back into plank. You'll get this the more you practice. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, draw the knees down. Then the chest, make sure the elbows go backwards and in towards the body. Inhale, rise to cobra, so push away from staying Sphinx if that's what's good for you. If not, make sure the shoulders are back in cobra. You do great. Okay, and then back into downward dog. Either by the knees or you pull to come back, bring your hips nice and high. Alright, this time we're going to inhale, take the right leg up to the sky. We're going to bend the knee, bring it all the way through, stack in between your hands, so draw the knee through. If not, swing it round, that's absolutely fine. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, draw the left knee down. Then we're going to inhale, rise up. Bring the hips forward, tuck the tailbone in first, bring the hips forward. Avoid stacking the weight on the back, so engage the core. And inhale, as we exhale, bring the hands down and come back into our downward dog. Bring your leg through. And then inhale, take the left leg up to the sky. Bring it all the way through, stacking in between your hands. Make sure the knee is stacked over the ankle. And then we're going to take the left knee down. Right knee, right knee. Inhale, rise. So what we do to one side of the body, we've got to do to the other. So push the hips forward. And you should feel that on the hip flexors. Inhale, as we exhale, bring the hands down, come back into our downward dog. And then jump forward, step forward. Into a half fold. Exhale, forward fold. And then come up there to make up there together. Forward back. Exhale, hands to our centre. We've got another one to do, alright? So, last 1 minute, 5 breaths of rest. Inhale, take the arms up. Exhale, down, forward fold in. Inhale, rise to a half fold. Exhale, palms down, step back or jump back. Into plank. This time we're going to take our whole body down, but if you've got to bring your whole body down. If not, go take to your knees and then inhale, rise up. Either to up dog, which is taking your hips off, or downward dog. Make sure the fronts of the feet are down, shoulders back. Exhale, back to downward dog. So using the knees to come back. Inhale, take the right leg up to the sky. Let's bring it through like we did last time, stacking between your hands. I'll go through on another session how you bring the leg through. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, draw the knee down. Then we're going to take the right leg, the right foot out to the edge. Bring the other hand on the inside. And then we're just going to push the outside of the inside of the knee outward. You could take your foot up. So take the left knee down onto the earth. Okay. And when we do this, when we push out, we push the right shoulder backwards, showing the heart. So push this knee out. You can come forward with your hips. And then draw your knee here first. So you kind of coming forward and pushing out again. So, alright, and come back. Draw your hands down and back into your downward dog. So however that is for you. So back into our downward dog. And inhale, let's take the left leg up to the sky. Bring it all the way through. Let's stack all between our hands. Yeah, that's right. So take the right knee down. And we're going to draw the left leg and the foot on the outside of the mat. Bring your hands on the inside. And left shoulder back, pushing the left knee outwards. Okay, and bring it back in. Come back into our downward dog. Okay, jump forward, step forward. If you're jumping, nice bend to the knees, floating in. I should see you bills floating, by the way. I'll be watching. And exhale, hands into a forward fold. Coming up there to go like that. And move it up. Exhale, hands to heart centre. Take on some water. If not, just stay there, taking the breaths in. Restore. Your breath is always in your control. Okay? And see some floating. Imagine that rock's there, okay? Imagine that rock's there. Sure. And some water on. Right, okay, we're going to go into our main section now, so it's going to be a little bit faster, a little bit kind of more flowing. Alright. 3 more breaths. Is everyone okay so far? Yeah. Okay, so feet are hip width apart, bring them in. whatever you choose to do. Now we're going to go into chair. If you want to place a block in the centre, squeezing it in, this kind of helps. It's just something extra. Alright, so you work it out a minute. Alright, as we inhale, we're going to sweep the ground. We're going to come up, taking the bum backwards into our chair pose. So, when I say we do this, we squeeze it in. It just gives us a little bit extra kind of strength with the hips. And inhale up. We're going to come back down into our chair pose. And this time we're going to go into cactus arms. So bring your arms out to the sides. Sometimes you might want to, if you put your heels, just wash your heels on the block. Just put your heels on the block. And use your chest. Bring your knees forward. That's it. Lovely. And then we're going to inhale, rise up. Come up down. Inhale, rise. Come back down into the chair. Next one, we're going to inhale, rise it up. And swing ourselves down into a forward fold. Walk the feet out to the side, which is just past your mat. We're going to bring the bum down into our squat. Okay? And here you can either bring your knees in, use your elbows to go out. I'll turn around so you could do this. Or if you are feel like a little bit more, we're going to just drop the knee down. Alright? Just do 3 each side. Only do what you are capable of, okay? And last one there. And come rise up with the hips again. Plant your palms down. Put the right foot down. Take the left foot back so we're in a low lunge. Take the left leg by the right foot. And we're going to turn to the right, twisting upwards, sweeping the arm up towards the sky. Now, take the shoulders back, your arms should be in line, looking up at your palm. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, draw the hand back down. And we're going to walk to the left side of your mat. So bring your body round to the left side. Sorry, my butt is facing you. Take the feet outwards, and we're going to put the hands on the hips, put a bend in your knees. Draw your bum backwards, and come into our goddess pose. So, take the hips nice, take the legs nice and wide, feet out, yeah, breathe. So, use your breath, go into a meditative state. If you feel a little bit of pain, breathe into that. For 3, 2, 1. Straighten up the legs. Bring your feet inside, inwards. Bring your feet inwards. Hands on hips. Keep your feet more than 1.5 meters apart, roughly. Hands on the hips. And I'm going to hinge at the hips and go into a wide leg forward fold. Just to counteract what you've just done. You can either place your hands or you can place your head, the top of the head, on the mat. Whatever you're feeling right now, you can use the blocks to put your head on. If that is good for you right now. Your block is there to help, to support. Okay. And then we're going to rise up once again, hands on hips. Rise up and bring your back nice and straight. Okay, take your right foot to the side. We're going to then bend into that foot And just come hands to heart centre. So this is a side lunge. Now, if you want to go a little bit further, you could bring your hips down, using your hands on the floor or hands to heart centre. And this is called a Skandasana. Okay, so you want to place your hips really forward. Alright? Whatever is, remember this is your yoga session. If this is enough for you and you can feel it, that's absolutely fine. If you could go down a bit lower, place the hands, that's also fine. If you could come to this stage, once again, that's also fine as well. Okay, whatever you are capable of today with your hips. Alright. So, if you are down, I'd like you to come up and then swing up into a warrior two. So, heels should be in line. One arm out to the front, one arm out to the back. You can down at your middle finger. Bring your shoulders back. Hips should be, or knees should be rotated to the right. Nice strong pose. And then we're going to go into a triangle pose. So straighten up the leg. This way you may need your blocks, but I'll come round in a minute. We're going to lean forward. When you can't lean any further, we're going to pivot. So your right hand comes down to the earth, and then the left hand up above. Now, what I would suggest, if your hips are out like that, rise up with your hand to your knee. Okay? So your right hand to your knee. But everyone's looking really, really well here, really good alignment. If you can straighten up the right leg, that's how it's meant to be. However, sometimes that's a little bit uncomfortable for people, so you can put a little micro bend in the knee if you wish. Alright, now this is where you are going to need your blocks, okay? So, put a bend into that front knee. We're going to place the block in the right hand. Now, if you're comfortable doing this, we're going to go into a half moon. If you're not happy with that, bring your knee down, take your hand down and go into half moon this way. Believe me, it's just as effective, okay? Right, you look close. Okay, there we go, perfect. You got it, breathe, breathe, breathe. Nice. Breathe. And you try and get this leg parallel here to really work those hips and if you can look to your left. Don't worry, this isn't an easy pose by the way, this is not an easy pose at all. So, if you come out of it, just go back into it. And this is where you really use your breath, okay? Really use the breath. And once again, come down onto your knee if you need to. This is as hard as that, believe me. Okay? Alright. And we're going to swing down into a forward fold. So you're up here, swing down into the forward fold, bring your left to meet your right, and just release and bring your body down, counteract in that pose. Just allow your body to relax down. And in a minute, we're going to move through our vinyasa. Okay. And inhale up to a half forward fold. Place your palms down. Step back into a plank. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, draw your whole body down into our chaturanga. If you can, and stay an inch off the ground, and then push up into up dog or cobra. If that's not with you today, just make sure you protect yourself, okay? And then relax down again. And we're going to jump forward, step forward, into a half fold, exhale, forward fold. And then we're going to come up vertebrae by vertebrae, all the way up. Exhale, hands to center. Bring into Uttanasana. Take 5 breaths, take some water, and just relax there. Bring your breath back down into your control, into the restored state. we're doing exactly the same but on the other side. So make sure your block is ready for your use. And there's our hand. The blocks, straps, they're all there to support. So, and it's an extension to your arm, for example. Okay, a couple of breaths. Inhale, sweep the arms down, coming into our chair pose. Straight into cactus arms. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. And last one, inhale, up. As we exhale, forward fold. Nice. And let's take the legs wide. Coming into our squat. Once again, take your knees down if that's what's available to you. Equally, you could come down like this and touch your knees. Alright, it's all the same effort, just maybe a little bit more on the other side. So once you've done 3 on each side, place your hands down, come back up into a forward fold. Plant your left foot down, take your right foot back into the lunge. Right hand by your left foot, twist to the left, taking your left arm up to the ceiling, in line with your right arm. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, draw the hands down. I'm going to walk to the right side of your mat. So keep your feet the same width apart, but just take your legs, your feet out to the side. We're going to bend the knees inwards, rise up into your body. Okay, so get that bum back down. You can take the knees up and out. That's great. It's just an indication of when it's like this. Really good time. Okay, breathe to do this. Breathe to do it. For 3, 2, and 1. Straighten up the legs, move the feet forwards, and forward, make sure the heels are in line. Then put the hands on the hips again, and just allow our bodies to hinge at the hips. Coming down, place your hands to the earth. If you can go a bit further by placing the crown of the head on the ground, you can adjust your feet. But please do whatever is available for you right now. Really good stuff. And just enjoy this kind of upside down or this inversion, the stretch in the back of the legs. Alright, and inhale, rise. We're going to turn the left foot to the front edge of the mat, keep the right foot where it is. We're going to bend into the left leg. This is our lunge. So once again, you could keep it like this, you could go further down. If you want, you might have to readjust your hands. And if you want to go a little bit further, plant that leg down, you can come up, maybe switch to the other side, maybe switch again. Whatever's good for you right now. Try and get that. If the straight leg, if you could get it up towards the side. Moving through. Alright. So let's stay in our lunge. So if you are down, if your hips are down, just come upwards and then we're going to swing up into our warrior 2. Remember, so warrior 2, you're balancing out, pushing down on the front leg, pushing out on the rear leg. Okay, so nice strong pose, confident pose. Straighten up the left leg, move forward, make sure your hips are moving forward too, and then come your hips back. Bring your left hand up, your leg a little bit more. All right, and bend into the left leg. Grab your block. You might want to come in with your right foot. We're going to place this block just in front of the left foot. And then plant your left leg down. And then we're going to bring the right leg up. And once you're balanced, take the arm up towards the ceiling. Push your hips forward where you can. If you can, look that way. When we're balancing, it's picking that point somewhere where you can focus, breathe, and relax, go into a wet noodle. Just go all kind of limp. Alright, and we're going to bring the right leg down to meet the left, and then fall into a forward fold. And then we'll inhale, half fold, exhale, palms down, sit back into a plank. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, draw the body down, take the knees down if you need to. Inhale, rise to cobra. Exhale, back to downward. Alright, and you please know you're going to take the knees down on the outside of the mat. Bring the two big toes together. Take your bum back towards the heels. And we're just going to rest in child's pose. Bring your hands to the side and keep them extended. It's entirely up to you. Just take 5 breaths here. You can have a drink after, and then we're going to do a little bit more. And then start to slow it down after that. Okay, for 3, 2, 1. All right. Plant your palms up, come up onto your knees, plant your palms down, take your palms forward slightly, come back, hips nice and high into your downward. Inhale, let's take the right leg up to the sky. Come up onto your left toes, pull the knee towards your nose, round up the spine so your shoulders are coming apart, and that's how you make room to step through. Alright? To step through. We're going into a high lunge, so press down on the front leg and come up into a high lunge. Nice and strong. Okay. What we're going to do is swing our arms down. We're going to step forward. Bring your, she says, bring your left leg through. Oh, so come on. Bring your left leg through, and then we're going to go backwards, bending into the right leg, taking it back again into your high lunge. Inhale, bring the knee down, into our practice hand, and then come up. We're going to do one more, bring your knee through, balance for a couple of breaths, nice and controlled, nice and slowly, bend into the right leg, take the left leg back into our high lunge again. Please take your hands to the earth if you need to. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, draw the knee down, and coming back. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, draw the hands down. And what we're going to do is go into our pyramid pose. So bring your left foot forward slightly, straighten up the front leg. So both legs are nice and straight in a pyramid pose or intense stretch of the wrist. Release your head down towards your knee. Alright. Put a bend in the front leg. Place your left knee down onto the earth. We're going to inhale, lunge forward. As we exhale, we're going to come back onto our heels, bums onto the heels, bringing your front foot upwards, stretching off the hamstring and back of the knee. This is your half split. And then coming forward into that low lunge again, which is stretching off your hip flexors. And then we're coming backwards, once again, into your half split. Forward for the last time. And back into your half split. Okay. Bring the right leg kind of backwards to meet the other. Push up into the downward dog, and we're going to do exactly the same on the other side. So, take the left leg up to the side, bring it forward, stepping in between your hands. Pushing down, up, into a high lunge. We're going to bend into the knees, stepping forward, knee up, parallel to the earth. Nice and controlled, using the breath, focus on something, coming back into a high lunge. You know what's coming next, take that breath, come forward. Oh, sorry, I forgot the cactus hands, and back down. So we're going to take the knee down twice, inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, and bring the right foot in, straighten up the front leg, you can hinge at the hip, and come down into your pyramid pose. Intense stretch of the wrist. Use your blocks, if you've got your blocks. Alright. And bending the front leg, take the knee down. We're in our low lunge. Inhale up. Hips forward as we exhale. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, come into your half split. We're going to come forward, low lunge. Exhale, half split. Last one, inhale, low lunge. Exhale, half split. Alright. Put bend in the front leg. Bring your left to meet the right. This is the last pose till we calm it down. Inhale, rise up. We're going into camel pose. Hip flexors will kind of feel a bit weird. What I'd like you to do is place your hands on your lower back like so. Okay, hips come forward and you come back nice and steady as much as you can. Engage the core, engage the buttocks and the thighs. If it's uncomfortable to you, just go to whatever's good for you. Now, you're going to rise up. You're going to do it again, but for those who know, what you can do is come down, release the hands to the knee, to the ankles, and push your hips forward. If you're not happy doing that, please don't do it. Just stick where you are. If you've got enough blocks, you can use the blocks as well next to your feet. Okay, so first place the hands on the back, supporting, bring your elbows in, bring the hips forward, and then if you're happy, come back. I was saying to girls this morning, it's one of them ones that you feel a bit sick doing. Alright? Trust what your body can do. If you engage the core, use your blocks where you can. You how do you do this? I don't know. Just if that's what you can do, please. Like, what I don't want people to do is force this, but I also want you to challenge yourself as well, but know your limits, know your boundaries. Okay, yeah. Alright. If you're in camel, I'd like you to hold it for 5 breaths. If you like this, hold for 5 breaths. I want you to breathe into your hips, breathe into the hips, alright? come into your child's pose. We are going to go over time because we always do. I'm useless at time. I just want to try and fit everything. But I really want you to do some pigeon. We're going to do some pigeon work, alright? But it's nice and slow time, and we're going to relax. Okay, for the next one, you'll need your blocks, but stay with me. Alright, when you're ready, nice and easy, nice and slowly, rise up, bring your bum back to your knees, just stay here for a sec. Have your block to the right. And we're going to come onto our hands and knees. We're going to bring the right foot through. Place the block down, about midway. Place your right leg so your shin is kind of facing forward and you've got a bit of a right angle. And your outer thigh is placed on this block. Now, if it's really tight, please don't force your leg forward. Just do what you can. Take the rear leg backwards so it's in line. So basically your hips are nice and kind of square as best as you can. Alright. Now there's a few ways you could do this. Plant your hands down. We're going to inhale, we're going to lower our bodies down. But we're going to take the weight of the torso, not literally your fingertips are on the mat. And then we're going to come up as we inhale. If you can, take your hands behind. Please don't, we're doing exactly the same thing, but what I would like you to do is just use your torso to come down and then rise up. Alright, do this 3 times. Down and rise up. Now the reason why the block is there, if you don't need it, you don't have to use it. What I would like you to do now is discard the block, come into your pigeon, you might sort of bring your leg back to that. What I would like you to do is bring the left leg round, so it's pointing forward, sweep it round. Then we're going to take it back, and without using your hands, you can if you want, I'm a bit weak on the side. Try and push yourself up into your pigeon. Come down, sweep, and back up. So it might take a bit. I'm going to do it one more time. I'm going to do exactly the same on the other side. Once we've held this for a minute. Oh. Place your block back under. Adjust your foot. Take your hands out in front. Inhale as we exhale. We're going to bring the hands down. I'm going to hold for a minute. Alright, I'm going to come round and just adjust. Arms to come up. We're going to reset by going back into a child's pose literally for 2 breaths. So just kind of going back, resetting, giving yourself a nice bit of curve. And we're going to do the same on the other side. are a nightmare, I get it, and hopefully the more practice you get at this, I promise you, practice, it releases the hips. It's how I had to do it myself. They're tight as anything because I run a lot. Right, this time we're going to take the left leg forward. We're going to do exactly the same. So come into your pigeon. Use your block. Now place your left leg however you want it. If you want it back a little bit because it's too much, that's absolutely fine, right? It's entirely down to you. Place your hands out in front. If you can take the straighten up the leg, and all it is just bringing your hips, your right hip forward, your left hip back. Okay. Inhale, we're going to come down, just get used to it first. Rise up. Take your hand, if it's easy for you, come down, nice and controlled. Inhale, rise up. One more. And this is just strengthening up the hips. It is a game changer if you can get this. Take your block out. Release. Bring your right leg through. Back. It is hard, and you might be stronger on one side than the other, okay? That's just for your awareness. Are you alright? See what I mean? So you've got to get it nice and balanced by doing these exercises. And it brings awareness to those good ones. Okay, place the block under your left butt cheek again. If you don't want to, that's absolutely fine. It's just there for your support. We're going to now exhale. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale. Bring yourself down. Holding for a minute. Right, here's the other thing. Breathe. Breathe into your hip. If you feel you're tense, this will be harder. So you just allow yourself to become, you know, like you do, as I said last week, when you come in from like a crap, on a Friday, crap week, all you want to do is just veg on the sofa, have a wine, whatever. And you do, just, that's what I want you to do here now, is just release everything. And that's what we do in these passive stretches, just release. Like a little one hip forward, so you want to square in like a slightly. Just for your awareness. Lower back. So you might have types and backs and everything. It's always connected. Alright, and come up. Once again, we're going to do child's pose. Or bring your knees into the chest. All I want you to do is just come back so you just start there. Okay? Honestly, everyone was, your positioning just needs a little bit of tweaking, but everyone's okay. I'll show you, I'll give you a session, I'll show you how I'm seeing that side of okay? Right, we do have one more. Last pose, we're going to relaxation, sorry I'm going 5 minutes over. Bring your, get on your sit bones first. Bring your soles of your feet together up 4. Count 4. Fists from your groin to your feet, maybe in 6. Sit up. You might want to sit on the block. If your knees are up like that, sit on the block and just sit and bring you up and allow your knees to relax. For those, we're going to do 2 minutes in this position. Inhale. Exhale. So you can either come forward, just bring your arms forward, nice and easy. Bring your body down, wave side to side if you need to. This 2 minutes will go very fast. So use the breath, use it to breathe. like you to do after this, when you come up nice and easy, nice and slowly. I would like you to then put any comfortable clothes you've got. And when you're ready, come into the main position on the mat. Arms out to the side, legs. So when you're ready, just fall back onto the mat. I'd like you to connect with the breath. I'd like you to count in, 4, out, 7. And that will bring your body into a nice, restored state. Allow yourself to relax, however you feel relaxation should be. You know how to relax as you do it every morning. When you wake up, you feel relaxed. So allow your shoulders to fall into the mat. Your spine releasing to the earth. Your hands face up. Your feet just slowing out to the sides. Releasing the hips. You've done a lot of strengthening with the hips. Now's the time to really release. Using this next couple of minutes. Think about that intention you set at the beginning of the lesson. Has it been fulfilled? Now allowing the breath to really calm down. Bring your body back into a rested state. Notice how you're breathing, if it's fast and shallow. You can slow it down. Deepen breath. Listen to the music, relaxing. Now I want you to turn your attention to your mind. Just try and remember the last time you felt truly confident, powerful and strong. you to go back, feel all the feelings you felt at that time. Is there a picture? Can you associate it to a colour, a shape, a feeling, an emotion? And I want you to now bring that feeling, the emotion, the image, or whatever it is, bring it into your heart space. And then I'd like you to expand that feeling, the image, the emotion, the feeling. Expand it to the top of your head, to the tips of your toes and your fingertips. Immersing your whole body in this feeling of feeling strong, confident and powerful. But equally, I want you to feel nice and relaxed. You could still have confidence, have strength, even when relaxed. So start wiggling your toes and your fingertips. Flutter the eyelids. And then come back into the ring by giving yourself a nice big stretch above the head. And then when you're ready, turn on to your right. Give yourself a nice big hug. Bringing those feelings with you. I swear the guys are going to kill me. You're coming next. I'm always late. Alright, and when you're ready, come into your seated position. This time with the other leg forward. Bring your hands to that center wherever you're ready. Thank you, Sept, for coming to your mat this evening. Thank you so much for joining me in this practice. I hope you go away, have a great week, feeling strong, feeling, well, certainly in your hips anyway. Hopefully you'll walk out of here floating because your hips are nice and loose. We'll see. Namaste. Have a great week. Okay,